What happens when trust in the ring turns into a nightmare? In the summer of 1997, Stone Cold Steve Austin was on fire. Fans were chanting his name, his Austin 316 shirts were everywhere, and his rise to superstardom felt unstoppable. But inside of the ring that night at SummerSlam, one wrong move nearly changed wrestling history forever. Because in one instant, a trusted coworker became the man who almost ended Stone Cold's career. Accidents happen in pro wrestling, but what made Steve Austin never able to look at Owen Hart the same way again?
Did I hate Owen? No, that's just the business and we weren't really friends to start with. Did I want to work with him after that? No, I didn't. I didn't want to do business with him again. Right or wrong, that's how I felt.
How did one mistake nearly end the biggest star in wrestling's career? SummerSlam 1997 in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Austin versus Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. The crowd was electric. The storyline was simple. If Austin lost, he'd have to kiss Owen's ass. Backstage, the two talked through the finish. Stone Cold suggested using a tombstone piledriver, the move made famous by The Undertaker. Steve started saying, "Owen, I don't trust just anyone to do a piledriver to me." Austin even asking Owen, "You can do it, right?" Owen said, "Yeah." And Steve followed up with saying, "You'll drop to your knees, right?" Owen said, "No, I'll drop to my ass." Austin repeated it again, "You need to go to your knees, right?" And again, Owen said no. Austin didn't feel good about it, but this was Owen Hart, a technical master from the legendary Hart family. He decided to trust him, but even mentions how he thought Owen was ribbing him in the moment. This is the brother of Bret Hart and the son of Stu Hart. He must know what he is doing. That trust would change everything, because when the move came, Owen lifted Austin and dropped straight to his ass. Stone Cold's head spiked the mat with full force. The impact fractured his neck instantly. He was paralyzed. In that split second, trust turned into tragedy. What do you do when you can't move and millions of people are watching? Austin lay flat on the mat staring at the lights. He told referee Earl Hebner, "Don't let him touch me, I can't move." Owen realized something was wrong and stalled for time, taunting the crowd to give Austin a moment to recover. How bad was the damage in Stone Cold's neck? Backstage, Austin was trembling, struggling to walk. Doctors feared the worst. Central cord tear immediately. He got released from the hospital, got a 12-pack of beer, and went to his hotel room where he finally passed out different doctors over the next few days to get opinions on what he should do next. They all said he needed to stop wrestling. Doctors told him he had central cord compression and was told he could get relief from surgery, but Austin wasn't ready quite yet. With the path of his career only moving upwards, the next year of Austin's life was his biggest in his entire career, winning the WWF title at WrestleMania 14 from HBK and starting the feud with Vince McMahon that would change all of wrestling forever. Austin kept pushing through the daily pain, refusing to quit. Austin found Dr. Youngblood, one if not the best neurosurgeon in the country, who went over everything with Austin and convinced him to get the surgery. Austin went a full 2 years of being active in ring, a grueling workload, before he took time to get this surgery in 2000. Austin was taken off TV in November of 1999. They fused vertebrae 3 and 4 together. That surgery saved his life and his career, but it couldn't fix what was broken between him and Owen Hart. Why didn't Owen ever call Stone Cold after the accident? After the match, Owen never reached out to Austin. Not a call, not a message. Bret told Stone Cold that Owen felt bad, that he meant to reach out, but he never did. Austin said later, "If I'd nearly paralyzed somebody, I'd be calling them every damn day." The silence cut deeper than the injury itself. Then things got worse. WWF released a t-shirt that said Owen 316, "I just broke your neck." To Steve, it was disgusting. If it was a rib between friends, maybe he could have laughed, but this wasn't a joke, and he wasn't getting paid for it. Austin didn't hate Owen, but he couldn't forgive him either. He said he'd never work with him again, not out of spite, but because every time he thought about that night, he remembered how close he came to never walking again. Did they ever make peace before Owen's death? Sadly, no. Owen died at WWF Over the Edge in May of 1999, without them ever becoming able to clear the air from the SummerSlam 97 incident. Austin didn't hate Owen by any means, but a void was left between them that could never be filled due to the tragedy. Austin said in his book, "No one deserves to die the way Owen Hart did," and he was sad for him and his family. Both men were affected by the 1997 accident, but neither took or got the chance to make things right before it was too late. Austin's body still reminds him every single day of that piledriver, and his fans remember it as one of wrestling's most infamous accidents. For Austin, it's the day trust in the ring changed forever. SummerSlam 1997 wasn't just the night Owen Hart broke Stone Cold's neck. It was the moment that reshaped his life, his career, and his understanding of how dangerous this business truly is. If you enjoyed that video, you may like this one as well. Did you know that Kendall Windham was an official Four Horsemen member for 1 week in early 1989? You can check that video out right here. And make sure you're subscribed and have the bell clicked because I go live every Sunday night at 6 Eastern with classic wrestling.